Happy Wednesday, Folsom High. It's February 27th and it's time for the Bulldog Daily Bulletin.
And I'm Russell Plyler. The news is next, but for now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here's the news. UBTJ Christian Club will be having a meeting today after school in B110. Please join them for a time of fellowship and worship. Also, volleyball. Come to the boys' volleyball matchup tonight between Folsom High and Vista Del Lago in the FHS Auxiliary Gym. JV starts at 5 p.m. and varsity starts at 6 p.m. The teams are looking for loud fans. Go cheer them on. Go Bulldogs.
Attention current AP students. The deadline for your AP test registration is tonight at midnight with a late test fee of $10. Sign up for your exams today. And all freshmen last names L through Z will be attending a registration presentation tomorrow during pause in the small gym. Please report to your pause class first and then promptly make it down to the gym. Remember, no backpacks, no food/drink, no cell phones, and presentation etiquette.
Attention all juniors, prom tickets are on sale for $55 per ticket, including guest bid tickets. Make sure to go to student accounts and pick up yours today. Tickets will be sold through Friday, March 15th. Come enjoy a night from the Roaring 20s, unlike any other. Also, juniors, come out for the second round of junior prom royalty voting through Friday. Cast your vote for the top 4. The voting table will be in the cafeteria during both lunches.
Auditions for the FHS Chamber Singers and Concert Choir will be held tomorrow at 3:15 p.m. in the choir room MU101. Please prepare 1 minute of a classical piece or a song from a musical to show off your best tone and vocal range. Also, jazz choir auditions are March 13th right after school in the band room. And come learn the basics about stress and ways to fight it. Stress Management 101 will be held in 2 sessions tomorrow during pause in the Career Center. This is first come, first serve, as space may be limited. The sessions are 9:50 and 10:20 a.m. The rain was really pounding last night.
And the wind was howling. Let's check in with the Weather Center to find out what we can expect the rest of the week.
Thanks, guys. For Wednesday and Thursday, the highest will be 58 and the lowest will be 47. It will continue being cold throughout the rest of the week and through the weekend. And next week, it'll be getting warmer with a high of 62 and a low of 46. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, David. In other news, seniors, the Cal Grant deadline is fast approaching. You must follow your FAFSA by March 2nd in order to be considered for the Cal Grant. And there are over 100 active scholarships in Naviance, with more being added daily. You can download applications or find web links to applications within the scholarship description on Naviance. Not sure how to find scholarships? Drop in to see Miss Reed in counseling or attend a workshop on Thursday, March 7th during pause in the Career Center.
The 19th Annual Cesar Chavez Youth Leadership Conference will be held on March 16th at UC Davis. This is a free college and career motivational event for middle school and high school students, along with their parents. And the Sac State Summer Academy for high school students is now accepting applications. There are 18 academics relating to healthcare, information and technology, emergency services, public relations, and more. See Mrs. Reed for a brochure or refer to the summer binder in counseling.
The Intel Math tutors have immediate openings before and after school on Wednesdays. You must be enrolled in IM3 or higher to take advantage of this free program. Pick up an application in counseling.
Juniors, the next FBI Teen Academy will be offered to a limited number of students on Friday, April 12th from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the FBI Sacramento Division headquarters in Roseville. Students must complete all materials and obtain the necessary signatures as indicated on the application checklist listed online. The deadline to apply is Monday, March 11th.
Attention seniors, the PTSA is pleased to offer 4 $500 scholarships to seniors continuing their education past high school. Any student heading to trade schools or 2 and 4 year colleges are encouraged to apply. Remember, even if you plan to attend a community college, there are still books to pay for. Check the FHS PTSA website, Naviance, or go directly to the application. Applications are to be submitted via Google Forms and are due Friday, April 5th.
Come and check out the free boxing program offered by the Folsom Police Department every Friday in the Folsom Middle School cafeteria at 2:15 p.m. Please pick up a flyer at the front desk in the administration building.
We will leave you with this Black History Month daily fact of the day. On this day in 1883, Walter B. Purvis patented the hand stamp. That's all the news for today, Bulldogs. Stay tuned now for some short films. I'm
And
Russell
I'm Nick
Plyler.
Latore. Let's make it a great day to be a Bulldog.
Mr. FHS is this Thursday in the multi 7 o'clock,
$5.
$5. It's
$5.
gonna be a male beauty pageant.
7 o'clock.
We want to
Big,
see
sexy boys.
who's gonna be the next Mr. FHS.
Big sexy boys.
Come out, it's gonna be fun.
Big sexy boys.
This week's the last week to donate for Pennies for Patients. Put some money in your third period box.
Third period only. Grab your spare change. Throw it in there.
On Thursday, Mr. Cadenhead and the VPs are gonna get pie in the face.
It's gonna be pie and it goes in the face.
Pay $1 for a pie, smack it in their face. Money goes toward Pennies for Patients.
Pennies for patience. It's for a
Be a
good cause.
hero.
And you get to slap someone in the face.
Last announcement of the week, Powder Puff. Girls are playing football, boys are cheerleading. Sign-ups are starting this week at lunch at the table right there. Go put your name on it. Join the team.
Me and my friends, we're gonna be cheerleading for the boys. So come hang out, cheer with us. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna perform the rally. It's a whole thing, whole event, and it's super fun and funny. So
It's
if you-
this month.
it's
So sign up.
This month.
Powder Puff.
Hey.
Wait, next month.
Ah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be a reward? I mean, who doesn't want to sit around watching Netflix all day? But suspensions have some unintended consequences. Turns out, students who get suspended perform worse in school and are less likely to graduate. And according to a 2018 government report, schools have a discrimination problem when it comes to discipline. Black students get disciplined more harshly and more often than their white classmates for the same kind of misbehavior. You heard that right. A black kid could push another student or cuss at their teacher and get suspended, while a white kid could do the exact same thing and remain in school. Obviously, that's not cool. So over the last few years, more than half of US states have passed laws to reduce suspensions. Now that's all well and good, but what happens if some real dangerous stuff goes down, like someone brings a weapon to school? That's why some people think suspensions are a necessary tool. It may not be great for the suspended student, but they say it's more important to keep everyone else at the school safe. So, should suspensions be suspended? If you've been paying attention to the news recently, suspensions are no bueno. And with good reason. Students who get suspended are more likely to repeat a grade, drop out of school, and become involved in the criminal justice system, aka the school to prison pipeline. And if you're unfamiliar with the term, the concept is pretty simple. Students who get suspended are more likely to drop out, and students who drop out are 3 times more likely to get arrested. So suspensions lead directly to more people in the US prison system. And as we mentioned at the top of this video, suspensions aren't handed out equally or fairly. Students with disabilities are suspended at nearly twice the rate of students without disabilities. Black girls are suspended at 6 times the rate of white girls. Not a good look. Some people say that if you act up, you need to face the consequences. But a lot of behavior that results in school discipline exists in a gray area where our own subconscious stereotypes can influence our decision making. Sure, there's the stuff that's clearly suspendable, like bringing a gun to school. But sometimes it's because of what researchers call challenging behavior, like talking back to a teacher. And in those situations, research shows that students of color can get disciplined while their white classmates don't. Again, not a good look. So what are schools supposed to do? How do you balance school safety with the bad effects suspensions has on the individual students? One option is to replace out-of-school suspensions with in-school suspensions. Instead of getting sent home, a suspended student comes to school but is separated from other students. In theory, the benefit of this approach is that they can continue to learn at school where they're typically provided with a quiet, safe space to do their schoolwork, and their days are structured, and they may even get counseling. But critics say in-school suspensions are nothing more than a holding tank for disruptive students. In fact, some research shows that holding students in isolation may be just as harmful as sending them home. And in-school suspensions require additional staff, which some schools can't afford. Another option is restorative justice, where instead of punishment, the focus is on rehabilitation. If a fight breaks out between two students, instead of separating them and suspending them both, restorative justice focuses on bringing them together to talk out their issues in a respectful, safe manner. They're encouraged to accept responsibility for the harm they caused, while also reflecting on why they acted out. The hope is that the whole process will eventually create a safer, healthier school environment. It reminds me of being in middle school. We had something called Peace Patrol. And when you were on Peace Patrol, you got a blue jacket and a clipboard, and you got to patrol the recess yard when kids were out there playing. I mean, I guess it worked. Nobody got suspended on my watch, so who knows? Research from a Colorado school district found that when schools used restorative justice to deal with problems, suspension rates did indeed drop. However, black students still received disproportionately more suspensions than white students. It's not clear exactly why that is, but restorative justice is difficult to get right. It's also expensive, requiring special training for staff. A third option is to keep it local. With this approach, each school decides what works best for its students. Out-of-school suspensions might be included, or they might not. Every school is unique, and the benefit of this approach is that it allows staff and teachers more flexibility to completely remove disruptive students. That's why when lawmakers in California tried to pass a bill in 2018 outlawing suspensions in middle schools, the governor vetoed it, saying the state shouldn't be too heavily involved in how local schools discipline students, because it's the teachers and principals who are in the classrooms every day, so they should be making the decisions. But a primary drawback of the local approach is what we talked about earlier. More out-of-school suspensions could feed the school-to-prison pipeline and disproportionately target certain minority students and kids with disabilities. And schools that suspend students aren't necessarily any safer than those that don't hand out suspensions. One study based on a survey of students in over 700 middle and high schools in New York City found that in general, schools with a higher suspension rate were perceived as less safe, while schools with no suspensions or a lower suspension rate were perceived as more safe. So what do you think? Should schools suspend suspensions? What will work best in your school, and why? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you're a middle or high school teacher, you can get your students talking about this topic on KQED Learn. Check it out right here. And if you're a student, you can teach your teacher something by showing them this video on KQED Learn as well. Bonus points for you for sure. And as always, like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, keep watching our videos, and stay above the noise. Until next time, bye.